Hello my dears, and welcome to my channel. I am, as always, happy and grateful that you've chose to spend your time with me. And I hope that you are all doing well, and if not, I hope things will get better for you soon. Before we meet our deck, I wanted to let you know of the ways you can support my channel. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe so I can appease the mighty algorithm and be seen by more people, or just hit the notification bell of when you want to be notified of a new video. And with that being said, in continuation of our theme in October, we have the Hocus Pocus Tarot deck and guidebook. And it was created by Minerva, Siegel, and Tori, Schafer, and illustrated by Dred. It was published by Inside Editions on July 26th, 2022. And the box itself is 5 3/4 height across, is 3 3/4 across, and the width is 2 inches, and the title unfortunately is only on one side. So yeah, there's no title stackability for me on this deck. There is a thumb indentation on the side, and on the back you have your little teaser cards and a little blurb about the deck itself. And it retailed for $24.99 when it was released, and on the inside not much there. And it does have guidebook, which we will look at. And then you have your ribbon to pull the cards out, and the insert. It does come out, and it's just a purple box underneath. I'm not going to pull it out because I always have problems pulling it back in. But if something happens to this or you just don't want it anymore, it will come out. Okay, so the cards themselves are the same as your Rider-Waite-Smith. As you can see, a little bit bigger. Not much, a little bit. And it does follow the Rider-Waite-Smith insofar as the Strength card is the 8 card and Justice is 11. And I always do a side-by-side comparison with the Rider-Waite-Smith so you can see if it's something you want to add to your collection or not. And Minerva and Tori have also done some other decks you might be familiar with. Minerva has done the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot, Disney Villains Tarot, Good Omens Tarot, Alice in Wonderland Tarot, the Supernatural Tarot, the Horror Tarot, the Labyrinth Tarot, and the Garbage Pail Kids Tarot. Those are all by Inside Edition, and the Houseplant Tarot. Tori has done the Elder Scrolls Tarot, Star Trek The Next Generation Tarot, and the Fallout Tarot, and those are also by Inside Edition. So I just want to give you a little bit of background on that. Okay, so we'll go ahead and check these out. And, reversals will be revealed. Sorry. And they have switched it up in this deck, and we'll go over that as it comes up. And this is a collectible deck. If you're a fan of the Hocus Pocus, it would be a nice one to add to your collection. And they've changed the hangman for suspension. And death was changed for transformation. And the devil was changed for the master. That is the major arcana and the changes that they made. They do have the major arcana characters' names in the guidebook, none in the minors. They changed the court. They changed the suits up, and they do have the court cards as the page, knight, queen, and kings. So in this deck, the pumpkins are pentacles. And they say that the pumpkins represent finance, earthly material, and laborious pursuits. Members of its court are hardworking and reliable. I got that out of the guidebook. So this is the pumpkin pentacles, and it is Pippish, which Inside Edition is pretty much famous for. In most of their decks, they are Pip. There are some that are not, but, you know, that's how they wanted to create them. So, just letting you guys know. Kind of sticking together. Okay. Okay, so that is the pumpkin pentacles. And the next we have the potions suit, which is the cups. Yeah, I admit I would struggle with this deck until I became familiar with it, because the imagery, yeah, it's confusing, and yeah, like for example, like the 8 of potions, yeah, it's I guess I would have to rely on the guidebook, but yeah, it's confusing. I'll just say that. And the court cards are confusing as well if you look at the imagery and not use the foundational, like the Queen of Cups, what she stands for, and numerology as well, because yeah, it's yeah, like I said, it's just an overall confusing deck. Oh, I think I went to the king too fast, sorry. It's just one of those overall confusing decks. Okay, then we have the candles, which is the wands. that was the candle wands, and last we have the swords. Oops. Okay, that is the deck itself. Okay, so the cardstock is bendy, and it is a little thick, and it should last you. The one good thing I can say about Inside Editions is their cardstock is good. Okay, so the guidebook is 128 pages, and we have our contents. An introduction. I can't get a hold of these pages for some reason. Understanding your tarot deck goes into the background of the deck and gives you some more cards to look at, and then goes into the suits. I didn't read the rest of them, I'm sorry. The suit of candles represents emotions, relationships, and imagination. The members of its court are creative and harmonious. It corresponds with the element water, which is confusing because candles is fire. So, yeah, little confusion with this deck. And I read the suit of pumpkins, and the suit of lightning represents conflict, power, and judgment. The members of its court are powerful and keen. It corresponds with the element wind. That's true. The suit of potions represents adventure, creativity, and inspiration. The members of its court are courageous and passionate. It corresponds with the element of fire. Potions are water, liquid, and fire is the opposite. So I'm a little confused, I will admit, but they do give you the suits. And then talks about how they're not They can be either gender. And then you have your major arcana. And with the whole gender, I've always gone with masculine and feminine energy instead of sex. I mean, sometimes you can with the court cards, but sometimes not. It's in how your reading comes out. So the meanings, you get your title, you get a paragraph about it, and they give you a little bit of Hocus Pocus thing with the character's name, and then you get an upright and reversal. And it's the same through the major part. And then they show you the minor arcana. They split that up with the page. And they start with the king, the court cards with the king. And it has the upright and reversal, but they don't have the characters' names. And then you got your picture, and then they start with the aces. And the same thing, pumpkins. And yeah, I mean, in the meanings it says the king of pumpkins is a gracious and industrious man, but they put no person, they put a house. So this deck, yeah, it's, I would never tell you not to buy a deck, but these are just my thoughts on it, and take them as you will. But I just want you guys to be informed on your decision. And then you have the lightning, and then you have your potions. And then tarot reading section, and caring for your deck. I always take that as a suggestion because it is personal, and you do what makes you feel comfortable and what makes you feel okay. Preparing. Everybody approaches reading a tarot differently, and like I said, I look at these as suggestions. And then you have your spreads, the wisdom of witches, the cat's eye, Hocus Pocus, and then you get your blurbs about the authors and the artist. And go back. Yeah, I don't know why the little glue there. I guess they went a little crazy with the glue. Alright, so shuffling. If you struggle with the regular size tarot cards, same thing. And if you have the small hands or any kind of issues with your hands, yeah. I mean, but the cards themselves, they shuffle smoothly, and they're like, they're not glossy. They're like a mat, I guess. Okay. And let's see who wants to pop out and say hi. The Master. Ooh. The dog looks thrilled. Alright, let's see what the Master has to say. which is the devil. All right, the master offers the Sanderson sisters candy, but they believe he has the authority to offer them much more. They praise and adore him, leaving off the search for their spell book in order to spend time with him. Will you be similarly drawn away from your path, or can you resist such temptation? Upright, the Sanderson sisters believe the master will grant them power in return for their wicked deeds. Your desire for material gain has overpowered your search for spiritual enlightenment. Know that such vice will only lead you to your downfall. Reflect on what has tempted you and find a way to resist it. Even wicked witches can change their ways. Reversed, though you were once held and swayed by temptation and vice, you are now on your path of enlightenment. You have taken interest in your spirituality. Though your journey towards enlightenment may be rocky at first, know that even the master's sway can be broken should you stand strong. All right then, so that is pretty much the deck. Let me know your thoughts on it. And if you did or even didn't buy it after you saw my video, let me know. If you'd like to see a future deck in a video, please let me know and I will see what I can do. And once again, thank you so much for spending time with me, and I hope that you will join me with a future video. But until then, take care and goodbye, my dears.